We're back. Long show today, but it feels like just because it's never come to a good... Like, everything just keeps rolling. It doesn't really come to a...
And it's so awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so... Final comments, Mr. Wright. The court will consider it. So the judge wants to end this. Do you agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client? No. We're done for. But if I raise an objection here, it'll blow what I put Maya's life. Then I would put Maya's life in jeopardy. Well, if you don't raise an objection, it ends the case, which also puts her life in jeopardy. I can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. Did I save?
It'd be kind of interesting to see what happens if we lose. Like, does it show Maya, like...
No. Like, you've been watching too much horror.
I know, right, dude?
Yeah, you should stop that.
We've been watching American Horror Story.
I would love to stop it.
It's awesome. The first season is awesome.
I have to pee with the door open now.
Everybody keeps saying the second season is way better, and if it's way better, and we've watched the first episode of the second season so far, and it does seem awesome, then I'm like, I mean, the first season is awesome.
Huh?
Yeah,
especially,
really good.
Especially how it ends. The entire time, like, as you're approaching the final episode, you're like, how is this going to end in anything but just, like, horrible. Depressing tragedy?
Yeah.
And it's not that it ends in a happy way, but it wraps things.
Yeah.
It like really comes to a close, and it's really good.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good. I recommend watching American Horror Story if you can stand it. If you're not as big of a chicken as Becky.
I can't handle it, and I loved it.
Yeah.
How scary is it?
You won't find it
To me, it's not at all, because it's so silly.
Yeah.
It's so like...
I'm scared of, like, ghosts and strangers in the dark.
It's very, to me,
and
purposefully over the top horror, like silly horror, lots of cliches, but at the same time, it's got a genuine plot to it that's not. It's not like a completely silly plot. Like it's got interesting characters, and you are interested in where it's going.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I recommend it.
Yeah.
All right, so this photo, it looks strange.
It's strange with it. Yep.
There's something strange at this photo. I knew this was coming, right? Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we can all agree there's nothing strange with this photo. There is no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. What about a bunker buster?
Knew that was coming.
Motherfucker! Debunk a bunker buster? Is that to do with is that what you're planning, Mr. Wright? Anyway, please look at the photo one more time. If you really believe that you can honestly find something with this photo, then you should only need one chance, correct? Well, I have to find something wrong with this photo. I can't just let this chance go by. Where the heck did she take this picture anyway? It's all out of focus. Why can't you take a good shot, especially when it counts? Now then, let's hear your objection. What about this photo is strange?
Oh, we get to point?
It's gotta be that, right?
Yup. I'd say so.
Choosing a place where I can't miss.
Okay, come on.
I think you got it.
I would like to direct the court's attention to this one area right about here. What are you pointing to? His ankles? If you could see this person's ankle, that would be one thing. However, you can't. And what does that mean? The Nickel Samurai in this photo could not have been Mr. Ungard. What is the meaning of this? Objection. I wonder if you'd care to elaborate with actual facts, that is. Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama. His socks? You can see his socks! Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly holding his hakama up just to walk. Is he?
Oh,
Okay.
maybe with that other hand?
All right, I'll take that, but I wouldn't say it's clearly
Yeah.
what's happening. There's only one explanation for this. The person inside the costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant.
Rub, 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 rub.
This seems to be the replacement of the on the roll music for this trial.
No, there was on the roll music earlier.
Was there?
Yeah, there was a little bit.
That was kind of smoother on the roll. It wasn't my like fresh dance one.
I thought it was.
I thought it was too. They thought it was.
Anyways. All right, I think I've turned things around for myself. That's curious. Huh? Why? Edgeworth is unusually calm today. That's true. He's just letting the trial run itself, as if he's only along for the ride.
Oh.
Along for the ride? What do you mean? I can only think it's perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. He doesn't feel under attack? Then he's not taking any damage? But what about his HP meter?
Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? If the person in this photo is not Matt on guard, then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless.
Rub, 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 rub.
I thought it would come to this. What? Right, I have something I want to ask you. I think you have proven that the person inside the costume is not Matt on guard. In that case, who is this person a photo of? That's not on us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why do we have to say?
Who is the person wearing the Nickel Samurai costume? Don't stress out of this, Phoenix. It's very simple. What you should be focused on is Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think? Well, it'd be a lot easier if you just buttoned up your top. Yeah, why is he so calm?
Mr. Wright, let's hear your thoughts.
Larry Butts.
It's Larry Butts.
Who is the person in the photograph?
A.
Has to be. Take that!
Adrian Andrews?
If you want to know that Nickel Samurai is, it's none other than this woman. And why would you say it would be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? Well, it's just that you said earlier that there was fingerprints of Adrian and... Oh, I don't know. For starters, she's short. We don't know that.
Yeah.
Well,
And
yeah, we don't.
she can freely move in and out of Mr. Unguard's room. Finally, she had dinner with Unguard that night.
And how does that all add up?
It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. Unguard's fingerprints all over it.
A knife that was used as a murder weapon?
Why don't you just say what it is you want, Mr. Wright? I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around. The defense motions to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Corrida.
Whoa. Whoa.
It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime.
Rub, 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 rub.
Order! 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 It looks like the trial has the most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor. He looks so bored.
this court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews based on the Honorable Mr. Phoenix Wright's request.
Like, really? This
Yeah.
took nothing. Usually we have to, like, use, like, a million different pieces of evidence to get somebody else as a suspect. And right now, he's, like, fucking subpoena her.
She's short.
A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony.
Okay, he's not subpoenaing her for murder. He's subpoenaing her to at least testify. All right, this is it. This is kind of bad for us. Huh? What do you mean? If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, it means that the trial will go on for another day.
Can't we get her this afternoon?
One more day? Ack! If I don't get a verdict today, then Maya...
Now then, we shall set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow.
But what am I supposed to do? The judge is about to adjourn the court. Raise an objection. Uh-oh. How the fuck?
Now then,
Please, Your Honor, continue the trial. You must pass a verdict today.
I can't do that. We cannot hear Miss Andrews' testimony if she's not.
I abhor wasting such valuable time. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial.
But we cannot continue due to this unexpected development.
Disc. Unexpected development. I think you underestimate me, Your Honor.
What do you mean by that?
That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Miss Andrews is all happening according to plan, even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on. What?
What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution lobby. She is the next witness.
Nice, buddy.
Everything was planned out in advance by this man. Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews.
Obviously, her fucking fingerprints were on the thing, and she came in and saw the body.
Yep.
Joey.
Looks like this battle is far from over. Exactly.
Very well. We will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth. The court will now take a 10-minute recess.
Judge throws off his robe and starts playing. He's in like a little shorts and a beach top.
Like a sand pal.
All right. So that's it. That's our ending then, right?
Yeah.
That's how we end.
That's a good one.
Do you have to save again?
So no. So where do we land as far as theories go at this point? Adrian Andrews did it.
She did it.
But I still say it's impossible.
Ah.
Not only, it's Phoenix Wright. They
Will
rarely.
Powers did it.
No.
It's Phoenix Wright, and they rarely implicate someone who is actually kind of an innocent type person. Like, Adrian Andrews doesn't seem like a villain. She may be, well, I mean,
It's hard to say.
often they use jilted people, right? Like, she
Yeah.
has a troubled past, and usually that results in
But it
someone
just
murdering.
feels too obvious.
And, I mean, this comes off a case where we just saw Mr. Native Man kill somebody, even though he smiles all the time. Acro was actually one of the worst villains we've seen. He was one of the most, like, deplorable, no remorse types. Everyone feels sorry for Acro, and I will fucking, you are no friend of mine if you feel sorry for Acro. Oh,
think the whole
stop it.
chat-
They're trolling me.
The whole chat loves Acro.
They're trolling me because they know my rant about him. Go easy on Acro. Anyways, I'm not starting that rant again. I'm saying that it's impossible for Adrian Andrews to have choked him to death.
Man, you can't say that about a man in a wheelchair.
She must have had help, or she must have, like...
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, what if she, poisoned him? But then they would say something about poison in the autopsy
Yeah.
report.
Yeah, no, somebody choked him, and it wasn't her. And...
Maybe she's got man strength.
Maybe.
I doubt it. But, what else? I guess that's our only lead right now.
Yeah,
How is the
really.
killer involved, and why is he defending
Yeah.
Ungard? Didn't Ungard hire him? Does he know about... Like, Ungard doesn't completely strike me as who he is either. Because he has a mean streak. Like, he seems all innocent and shit, and then he says things like... He says really horrible shit about the recently departed, like, saying that he's shitty and stuff, in so a matter of speaking. That he had no chance to, like, make a good movie, and...
Yeah.
Like, he's a... But he can't be guilty either.
No.
Like, that's what you immediately think, is that as soon as like, the killer is forcing us to find him innocent, you'd think that, like...
He's got to have
You
some
must-
other motive. I don't...
Anyways, so
Maybe he was in. No.
I wonder.
It has to do with her past and like.
Yeah.
How was he involved with
and
her mentor?
yeah, there's that too. This
That's
trial
gotta
could go
tie
on
in
forever
somehow.
because, as we've seen with other Phoenix Wright cases, we might end up solving that case too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this could go on for quite a while. And we have to remember that the prosecution was just shot too.
Oh yeah.
Some
Holy
pretty
shit.
fucked up shit.
Yeah.
So, anyways, all right.
Fun.
Thanks for watching today, and we'll pick this up next week, I suppose, now that we're healthy-ish. Whoa. Okay. Objection!
Whoop.